Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we are back with the famous and infamous, possibly famous, infamous Harry Raimundo Estevar Sanchez Rodriguez.
Yep. So how you like that? I don't even need earmuffs now.
It almost looks like a big fake wig now.
I think my internet froze. Oh, we're good.
You're good. Yeah, I'm going to go with it's a wig.
Yeah, because that's what it is.
So what is the plan? What is the plan with this mop of yours? Like, are you going to name it something? Like, is it going to have its own name or?
Yeah, the Shaggy Dog.
It's what?
The Shaggy Dog.
The Shaggy Dog.
The Shaggy Dog.
I figured I'd see if there's a name that has been given. What's up, Doug B? Abigail?
What's up, Doug B? John Townley, Abigail.
John Townley, what's going on? Yeah, having some fun. Figured out X-Ring for some reason missed out. He was getting Netflixed and didn't.
Everybody was on Netflix earlier, so I said I'm not even going to attempt it.
Yeah, it was a good show. Mullally showed up. We had Eagle Eye was out there, so it was fun. Great people.
Show as well.
Yeah.
Dang,
He was
I talked to John
back
today.
You talked to who?
Mullally.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I talked to him a couple times a day. We actually signed up for the Snipers Unknown, so that's done.
Well, I guess I'll be playing against you then, fellow teammate, fellow competitor.
Yeah, we'll be teammates the week before, and then
arch enemies the week after.
Arch enemies the next day.
So on the Snipers Unknown, John was asking me about the Daddy Electronics stage and was wanting to know a little bit more specifics. And I said, well, I don't know, man. That was 2 years ago when I shot it. Yeah, so who knows what it's going to be like now.
I bet you it'll be, for the most part, pretty much probably basically the same stuff. I would assume.
Well, the venue's completely different. In 2018, it was at Clinton House, which is 2,400 acres of just open country, And, we're going to be doing this year. They're having it at GTI, which is an old retired, some type of industrial facility or something. So I think you'll see a lot of high angle shots.
Oh, is that the one with all the towers?
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know. That's stuff I can practice prior to.
Yeah, it's hard to find a place to do really extreme slope dope here on the East, but you can do it.
Yeah, it'd almost be like if you went to, where we shoot at VOD, but shot backwards, like down the hill.
That's only like 9 degrees. You need something really steep.
Like 50 degrees.
Or, like 70, something like that. But no, actually, thanks, Joaquin. I appreciate it. Yeah, she just took to the long gun and really likes it. So hopefully she'll get into that.
I knew she was going to love that shit. I knew it.
Yeah. I actually trained all day today for about 5 hours. Worked on a lot of positional shooting and a lot of different things. Had some really cool platforms. I didn't even take a single video. It's crazy. But had everything together. Had the Proof Conviction, the Proof TAC 3, and 6.5 PRC and 6mm Creedmoor. Just got done breaking the barrel in on that. Got everything zeroed and had a good time today.
Oh, you shot the 6 PRC?
Yep, 6.5 PRC.
Oh, 6.5
and 6mm Creedmoor. Yeah, both of those were proof built rifles. Took about 4 months to get the first one in and 2 months to get the second one in.
Wayne says he has an extra MDT mag. He heard you say they were on back order.
Yeah, that's what I was told. I would definitely be interested in picking that up from you. Let me see. I might be able to. I got to check Midway and see if they're available or not. I know when I talked to Ken said they were back ordered. and so he didn't have a mag. So he sent the one that finally came in, but it's only one, and you can't do it with one mag. But actually got some more time behind the 223 AI today. It's got me thinking. That might be a good secondary platform. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to shoot yet for Snipers Unknown. We're wondering if we ought to. What's up, Eagle Eye? Yeah, I hate to miss your chat earlier, but yeah, man, I'm really impressed with that AI. So,
Yeah.
Ray, how are you planning Mini X's first rifle? How will you go about it? Well, the one she's got right now is probably the one she'll end up using.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful rifle.
Yeah, no, I'm very impressed with it. What's really wild is when I did the video with Ella shooting it, did you guys see how much barrel flicks there was when she fired it? You can really see the harmonics. I mean, and it's crazy because, yeah, when she fires it, it goes like that. You can actually see it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and check that out. What's up, William? Abigail? Would be ironic for an Irish person to work on the liquor store because I have an interview at ABC on Tuesday. Nice. Well, good luck. Hopefully you get the job, Abigail. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm super excited that Ella's liking the long range stuff.
Yeah. So Eagle Eye saw that as well. He totally saw harmonics. It was crazy.
Let me invite his ass in here, see if he wants to.
I think what I'm going to do, and I was actually going to call Ken, but man, it's been a crazy day. I'm probably going to disassemble the whole thing tomorrow and go ahead and Cerakote it. I just hate to do that, but I'm going to do it.
What are you going to do, Cerakote it?
Yeah, I'm going to disassemble the whole thing and Cerakote it. I'm going to try to do a little step by step because I'll probably do stencils and do this just really awesome looking camo pattern on it or something.
Nice. We'll get Kenny on here if he's not busy. What's up, Kaylee?
Yeah, so yeah, today was a really good day. There was quite a few people that came out there while I was shooting, and they were wanting to get in the long range. Kenny, I shared your information with one of the guys. He wants to have a rifle built up, and he was very, very impressed with that one that you just built. So he said he's looking for something like that. So he might be contacting you.
There was another guy that had commented as well saying, we got Kenny pretty busy. So I'm sounding like he has a build being built as well. So Kenny's getting some business.
I did see that comment. I think quite a few people are starting to. Rick can paint it. You know, Ramsey Country, I appreciate it. But no, Rick and I are friends, but he's not painting my rifles or firearms.
The love. Can you guys feel the love right now? Nope, I can't feel the love.
Nope. Not when it comes to that.
No, I might. I got a couple plans for the new rifle as well. So
yeah, I will tell you. Okay, so since I have Kenny on board here, I'm going to go ahead and nitpick on a couple things. The MDT chassis, and this is not on Ken, but this is just some of the parts that I chose when we discussed doing this build. So now that I've had it for a day or two and I actually shot it, I'm a little disappointed in the screws that MDT provides for the chassis for their adjustment. And the reason being that ACC is a really nice setup. It's very easy to adjust. It's very quick, very configurable. You can do the cheek riser, you can do length of pull, you can do the buttstock location. However, if you use this stuff hard, typically what you're going to see is the little turn knobs always kind of work themselves loose. Well, using finger strength and tightening them up, you can actually strip the plastic off of the bolt itself, not the knob. You're not stripping the bolt, you're stripping the plastic. So yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with some other way because they could have used a little better screws. They're kind of chintzy, and yeah, I gotta see what I can do there.
And without further ado,
yep. So I'm listening. keep
going.
Sorry, I made it home. My mother-in-law. I'm listening. Yeah, the screws. That was a little disappointed on that because I was going to buy that chassis as well. Made out of plastic. I didn't like that over molding.
Yep, and it strips easily. Actually, the one on the buttstock, it was kind of creeping a little bit, and so I tightened it a little bit more, and I did it, just wrung it off. And I was like, "You gotta freaking be kidding!" I had it a day, you know.
You know, it does also come with these little Allen plugs with a brass screw insert.
Yep.
But that right there is another. It's kind of cheesy as well. I sent that with the replacement bolt knob as well as your mag. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that was a little disappointing to me. Other than that, the rifle's great. I have no complaints about it. It was driving tax today. I had no issues with it. Like I said, I wanted to take it out there because I needed to fire form some more brass. And the problem with it, Kenny, is you made such a good rifle that when Ella did that video yesterday, I guess it was. No, let's see. What day did I go out there? Was it Friday? It was Saturday. Yeah. So when she went there yesterday, I loaded up 50 rounds using that Varget load, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
She shot like a total of 15 rounds. Now in the video, she only shot like 7 or 8. That's what I showed on the video. The ones that I didn't show was I gave her the incorrect dope while we were truing everything out because I didn't have a chronograph or anything. And so at 500, like if you'll notice in the video, she actually already had one loaded in there. And that was the reason, was because I said, let me shoot that thing and find out what the dope is. And then I had to true it out. And then I did it one more time at 7. But she only shot like 15 rounds. I was like, I need to fire form some more brass. So that's what I did today.
Yeah, you need to just keep blasting away.
Yeah. Well,
I kid you not, Kenny. She actually said, "This is really easy," and I was like, "No, it's really easy because it's a calm day. There's no wind, and you're shooting off of a bench."
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, I know all about that.
It's really cool to see the 223 actually still work really good in that chamber. So.
Yeah, no, like I said, that was just regular 223. I used the 80 grain ELD, and then the Varget I used 25.5. I did pierce 2 primers because I did use the soft primers. I didn't have any 400s on hand when I was loading those up, and it did not jam in the firing pin or anything as an obstruction. It's just you could see it just barely pierced it, so it was still good. Everything was fine.
Yeah, it's kind of a disappointment because Remington actions aren't what they used to be made nowadays. They're kind of really cutting corners. It's kind of little small things that I'm noticing. If folks don't know, folks are seeing. My little one here. Folks are seeing. Okay. The primers are showing a crater, and it's kind of a false indication of a high pressure load, but it's not that. What it is the primer is flowing into the actual firing pin hole.
Correct.
So it's sad to see that happen nowadays, and the only way to get rid of that is to upgrade to a custom bolt like a PTG. So,
yeah. No, actually, what I did, Abigail, was I don't have any dope or data for that rifle. So what we did is I called Kenny because Ken actually did some test fire and worked on some different loads, and based on what he told me, I really didn't have a velocity. So you know what I loaded? In Strelock, I just pulled up Black Hills. And I just used that data, and it worked great out to 500. And then she shot at 500. It went over the top, and then I had to adjust it, and then she shot it again. But basically, I pulled it up on Strelock and said, "Here, follow these numbers." And look, she's grown up around ranges, no doubt about it. She knows her way in and out of ranges. Rick can tell you that. And so it wasn't really a foreign concept. She just never had to apply it. She was always just kind of playing in the woods or something like that.
Yeah. The velocity that I pulled out of that, I thought I wrote it down. It's like right underneath 3,000, which is really surprising.
Okay. Yeah.
It was like 29.95 is what it was pulling out. But, obviously different atmosphere, different elevation.
Yeah. It's still awesome for a 223 to be pushing an 80 grainer, that kind of velocity. I mean, it makes shooting out the 700 easy.
Right. It makes folks that bought the 224 Valkyrie kind of seem like they got robbed because it's same speed with half the powder. And I knew it was going to do that. I'm like, if folks really, That's why I never jumped on a 224 Valkyrie. It's still a good cartridge. There's some problems with it, but you can still get the same performance as the 223 if you know how to set it up right.
Yeah, and Conservative Sniper Hunter's got a great question. You can load 223 and still get right at a minute or sub MOA just shooting regular 223.
Yeah. That's what I was reading, and I was seeing that with the 68 grain Sierra Match Kings. They were shooting right at sub MOA. I was like, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And, I don't know how much I'll chase it. I've always said, as long as I've got under a minute, I'm good to go. I'll shoot any competition with it.
Right.
You get too accurate, I might pull the trigger at the wrong time and it'll help me.
That's what I always count on.
That's my saying. Enough errors will cancel.
That's right.
Well, it's all about chasing accuracy, dude. We want to see what these machines could do. I mean, that's just, I don't know. I'm a junkie and addicted to accuracy, so that's what I try to strive to do.
I'm glad you do that because you're a rifle builder, but you're also a shooter. But I don't chase accuracy. Once I find something that I deem acceptable, which would do I want an 1/8 minute gun over a 1 minute gun? Of course, but I'm not going to spend a tremendous amount of time trying to get it. If I get something that shoots, 6s, hey, I'm good. I'm good with that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think lately since I've been doing that ELR stuff, I've been really trying to get the 1/2 inch groups, and not just you can shoot a 1/2 inch group. It's can I take this rifle out next week, put the same bullets in there, and we'll shoot a 1/2 inch group. There's a lot of folks that show that the rifle can shoot a 1/2 inch group, but how consistent is it? That's the main thing about it.
Yeah.
What I want to know is the cold bore shot.
Right. 112 degrees the last 4 days, man. Go out there and I burned my cheek, man, on my buttstock. So,
hey, I was on a stage when we were in Utah, and there's one stage that actually had a mat, man. And when you laid on that thing prone, your freaking arms are just smoking. I
watched your squad do that. So I was the first shooter when you guys left. As soon as your last guy cleared the line, I folded the mat in half, because we still had to do the 5-minute walkthrough and all that. And as soon as are you ready? I was like, yep. And I flipped the mat over. I laid my rifle down. I was good to go. That thing was
I laid on that thing. It was like, I'm like, oh, this doesn't help. I was like,
I was born at night, but not last night.
Oh, man, it was hot. Yeah, my freaking arm was stuck to it by the time I was done.
It smells like chorizo.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
so
bad.
Conservative Sniper Hunter. I do like the chassis. I do not like the chintzy screws on the buttstock. That is a big downfall for me. I know that comparing it to other chassis, I can crank down as hard as I want. I don't have to worry about it. But it looks like a brass screw with an overmolded head of plastic on the top of it. And I went to tighten one down because it kept slipping on me, and when I did, it just rolled it right off. So, yeah, not happy with that.
I just got into XRS chassis as well for this 22 Creedmoor build. I'm a little bit impressed with that one, but it still has a little bit things that they cheaped out on. But for the price point, it's half the cost,
Yeah. Now, are you an XLR dealer?
XLR?
Yep.
You mean
XLR
MDT?
chassis?
Yes, yeah. MDT, anything that MDT sells, I am a dealer for.
Is XLR a dealer or a something that MDT carries?
Yeah, XLR is their newest chassis line that MDT just put out this year, released in 2020 SHOT Show. And it's basically a aluminum chassis. They're kind of branched off or took the same idea as an Oryx chassis, which is also their sister company, but they made it into more of a PRS style all-in-one package. So basically it's an aluminum chassis, has a big, long M-lock rail on the bottom. You can implement an ARCA rail on there as well, but it has over molding around it. So what makes it really good about it is the fact that you can bump it up against barricades and barely scratch it. And it feels, folks that don't like that metal feel, you get the benefit of an aluminum chassis, but with over molding as well.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I think there is a chassis company called XLR.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't jump on the internet right now, but those look really nice as well. I might look into one of those.
Is it a KRG?
No.
Yeah. I got MDT and Wooks, a Wooks chassis from Manelli. I'm a Manelli dealer as well. So if anybody looking for wood stock.
Millie.
Yep.
Vanilla.
Millie Manelli.
Ice baby.
Ice baby. Yeah.
Kenny's like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
That's Ray's favorite band.
What's that? Foreigner and Wing Chun? Kenny, did you hear that?
No, sorry. I got my kids in the background. I literally just I haven't seen them.
He was talking about my favorite band, and I said, "What is that? Foreigner and Wing Chun?"
Oh shoot!
Evo baby.
Yeah.
Ramsey Country's looking for an ACC chassis. Or Remington Ford Action Gray. Just going gray is another 200.
Oh, dude.
And honestly, or 299. Yeah. I can't remember.
I don't like talking bad about
this was free. What are you talking about? I don't have to pay anything for that.
What, that gray hair?
Yeah, it didn't cost $200.
Yeah, it did. It cost way more than $200.
I've seen some of the Cerakote job, and I'm not really impressed with it. I hate to say it, but for the price you pay for that Cerakote job, you can get a custom one done for the same price. Be a lot better.
Yeah, I've planned on doing something. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
Right.
I think I'm gonna wait for Ray and see how his turns out.
We can hydro dip it at some unicorns.
There you go.
Yeah. He's got
rainbows. Don't forget.
My guy's got the Lucky Charms hydro dip. We'll put that heart stars and horseshoes and rainbows, clovers and blue moons. So if you already got skulls, so you want to go with the skulls. He actually just he did a video recently.
Cerakote it, then do that.
Yeah, he did a video recently and he showed with the sandblaster how durable actual hydro dipping is compared to Cerakote. It's surprised. I'm actually pretty surprised how durable that stuff was.
It was more durable than Cerakote?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. ATF Hydrographics. It's in out of Georgia.
I remember you showing me that. I went on there and looked at all the different things.
Yeah.
I didn't know the Cerakote would be more durable.
Or the hydro dipping. I didn't know either. Yeah, he did a test on a stainless steel mug that was hydro dipped versus a Cerakote, and with a sandblaster. And the sandblaster took out both of it, but it did less damage on the hydro dip. I was kind of surprised. I don't know what he does differently.
You know what I was thinking it was that like saran wrap stuff that heats up and shrinks around everything. That's what I was thinking it was.
Right. It's the same.
It's the same concept, but I don't know, Kenny. I think maybe it's because it's the sandblast. And if you did an actual scratch test, because I have played around with a lot of hydro dip, and it's hard for me to believe that it would outlast Cerakote. Maybe
I'm the same. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm still skeptical, but I don't know. I mean, I would have to get it done and just do my own test. He did also clear coat it there's a certain clear coat on it, so I don't know.
That might have hardened it way out.
Yeah, that's true. If he clear coated it, that could definitely help.
Yeah, I kind of want to go do some little FDE with some like blues, kind of camo but not camo. I don't know. I bet you I end up rattle canning that stupid thing. We'll see.
If it gun's going to go in competition, might as well. I mean, it's going to get scratched up,
Look at Ray. He's shaking it. You know what? I won't rattle can it if Ray gets a haircut.
Not happening. You might as well start buying your Krylon now.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a Krylon fest.
Yeah.
My only question for you, Kenny, is okay. So I went with the 223 AI, right? And I really like it. but I'm still using a 223 cartridge with an 80 grain with 25.5 of Varget. Now that I've blown out the shoulders, if I reload it, I'm still going to go with the same load, right? I mean, based on what you were telling me.
Yeah, so that was the weird thing about it. You know, I've only done 80 rounds down that barrel with the load development, and 25.5 was like the ticket for some reason. CFE 223, I played around with that, and I could get it right at a minute, just under 800 thousandths of an inch. And I'm like, you know, Varget had better numbers on the chronograph. So I don't know why. I mean, obviously it's still a full case capacity. You can hear a little bit of room in there, but it just likes that load. I don't know. And I looked around too. Other folks that actually talked about their load. I believe it was on the Sniper's Hide, and his load data also came out the same way. So it's like a universal accuracy harmonic node. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I think different powders, you could definitely push like Reloader 17 and definitely get more velocity out of that thing. Probably get 3,100 feet a second out of an 80 grain bullet. That's something I haven't tried, and I could probably. I have the reamer still, so I'll make another one just to play around with. But yeah, 80 grain
No,
bullet.
I'm happy with it so far. No complaints.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, Patriot's got a good question out there. He says, "Why do you add weight, and where do you add it?" I know underneath basically the front of it, where you don't even see it, plus along the sides you can add it. You can add it to the back, but most of them want that thing balanced right in front of the magwell. And then it depends on how it's recoiling and stuff. You can add more or less, they say.
Yeah, I'm not planning on adding any weights to it because Ella's still going to have to be able to pick it up and move it around. And I know the video doesn't really translate it well, but Ella is very little. Okay, she is a tiny person, and you know a lot of people are like, I can't believe you would give her an ill-fitting rifle with a stock that's too long. That's as short as I can go with the length of pull, you know. And you know, guys raked me over to Coles when she shot that Beretta shotgun, Rick, and it's like, come on, I mean. You do what you got to do. Take a hacksaw to the freaking stock. I can't do it so much.
Yeah.
You know, I can get a youth gun, but I got to wait. I don't want to just, you know, drop down $1,500 or something on a Benelli youth that I don't know if she's even going to shoot 3 guns. She might gravitate towards the long rifle and nothing else. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? She might be queen of the 2 mile coming up someday.
No, I don't ever see getting into that kind of long range.
See, I tried. Kenny, I was like, get the hook out there.
Yeah, she's definitely got natural talent, man. So I think everybody, including I, was really impressed. So
yeah, and well, thank you, but that, you know, the beauty of that was, and Rick will tell you, it took me like 2 minutes to edit that because there was really nothing to edit. Only thing I had to edit was the sound. Otherwise, I would have had nothing but terrible complaints. When she shot, that muzzle brake was so loud that, you know, she had the Road Gear mic on.
Yeah,
I had to mute that during the shot and then bring it back up. So other than that, that's about all there was to it. But she didn't do much shooting, and I said, you know, that's enough for today. And I want her to do a video on basically the mill versus MOA, but in her words on how she understands it. And as long as it all makes sense, you guys tell me what you think. So there's 2 analogies that she kind of came up with for it, and I think they're both great. Okay, one is, now I do realize it's angular measurement, but we're also trying to convey what's going on here. So when she goes to cook a recipe or something and it says 4 ounces, okay, that's a liquid measurement, a liquid unit, right? It could be a regular weight unit, but either way, 4 ounces of whatever, you know, Crisco, who knows?
Sweet tea.
Yeah, no sweet tea. Well, she was going to say, well, you know, her mom, my wife, works at the hospital and they do everything in milliliters. Okay, so whether it's 4 ounces or whether it's, you know, 120 milliliters, it's the same amount. It's just what you're calling it. Yeah. And another way to expand on that is you take a dollar bill, and the dollar bill will be an MOA, and you put 4 quarters underneath it. You take a $10 bill and you put 10 $1 bills underneath it, because you can't say they're same, but it shows the graduation of tenths of a mil with the adjustment. And then an MOA, if you got
quarter MOA,
which is going to be your most common adjustment for most people. And I think it would be a way, and you can't look at the monetary value. You just have to look that it is just a unit of angular measurement. But that's how she thinks of it. And so even though it might not be right, analytically, that's the way she's breaking it down. It might make more sense to other people. I don't know. We'll see.
That's like when you break down a tape measure to 10th mils. You know what I'm saying?
Geez.
Yeah. That's the hard part. It's very close to 3/8 on 100 yards. So it's like, how do you divide 3/8 on a 1-inch target,
Yeah, my biggest thing on trying to convey things to people is I think people get really too caught up in, I'm in the U.S., I use inches. I got to know if that thing dropped 12 inches from 400 yards to 600. We don't worry ourselves with that. I don't. The only thing I need to know is how many mils it is. You don't need to worry. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you use yards, if you use meters. People get so caught up in that thinking, well, I use yards. Why in the heck would I use mils? I don't shoot in meters. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. All you need to know is where the splash of dirt was, so you can line up your mils with the thing, and then go, "Oh, okay, it was 4/10 off," and
right,
move over.
And, I guess in F class, and Kenny, you can answer this. I guess it's more of a question than anything. In F class, if I was just shooting, and I've never shot an F class match, but my understanding is you might be shooting at, let's say, 1,000 yards, and you're trying to shoot a tight group. Would that kind of be right or no?
Yeah. Everything in F class, you're trying to go for the inner 10 ring. Everything is very minute adjustments. So yeah.
Correct. So if I was shooting a game like that, maybe I would be more leaning towards an eighth MOA, eighth minute of angle adjustment instead of a quarter. Who knows? I mean, the thing is, we probably can't hold that anyway, and the wind's pushing it. But I could see that. But you're talking so little of a difference between, and it aggravates me even at 100 yards. If it's a little left of center and you click it a tenth right, now it's a little right of center.
Yeah.
Come on, it's
you're splitting. Yeah, you're splitting hairs.
You're splitting hairs.
That's the one thing about a lot of the F class shooters. They stick with MOA rifles so they can get that very fine, minute adjustment. I don't know. It all depends on the shooter. I mean, obviously these guys are running. If you go FTO, these rifles are just ridiculously built.
Yeah,
they're shooting 1/2-inch groups at 1,000 yards.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, there's a few of them out there that set records that way. I'm not saying every single one of them do, but they get down to under 1/4-inch groups or under quarter MOA groups at 1,000.
Wow,
capable.
Yeah, because I think the world record was like what, a tenth of an MOA or something like that.
Something crazy. Yeah, something. I forgot what it was. Yeah. Trying to think of what it was. Yeah, it's ridiculous small group. It's some folks can't even hold that at 100 yards, whatever that was shot at 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's amazing.
Yeah, matter of fact, I remember now. It was like 1.0, like something crazy inches. So it was. That's a tight group at 1,000 yards, guys.
Right. Yeah.
Because some people were saying, wouldn't it have been great if you could have got under an inch?
Yeah, dude. That whole ball game, that rabbit hole, you go down with them, that kind of precision. It doesn't stop. You're just dumping cash just to get underneath 6 inches of a group at 1,000. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, in a perfect day.
Right. But,
my whole thing is, I'm not going to say one's better than the other because I grew up doing both, but I will say that if you're going to get into PRS style shooting, or if you're going to get into, serious long range shooting, it is going to be easier to go with mils. And my main points that I always touch on is it's so easy to find a mil-based spotting scope or something like that to give reference to. It seems to be the most common language at Hornady anyway. When I was over there was not a single person on my squad shooting MOA. Every person on my squad was shooting mils. And so if that's going to be the lingo and the verbiage, I mean, I don't want to walk by and the guy's like, yeah, it's a whole 2/10 left. And then now you're like, well, geez, in MOAs, how much is that going to be? It's
Yeah,
just,
that would suck.
why make it hard on yourself,
Right. It's just faster, honestly. 1,000 yards, 8.2.
Yep.
Click,
Yeah,
done.
exactly.
And you're gonna nail it. Oh, go back down to 500. Oh, shoot, 3.2. It's so much faster, and that's why I really like the PRS matches. It's more marksmanship and speed is needed.
Yep.
And mags at work, those are needed as well.
Oh, Kenny, I do have a question for you, or Ramsey Country, or anybody else that's on there. So, on the proof conviction, it uses the AICS metal mags, not the AX mags, like in the AI that I shoot. It basically comes up to a single feed.
Okay.
And it's a metal mag. And they are Accuracy International mags that I've got in that proof rifle. How do you tune the lips on them? I mean, what are you trying to do? Just open it up so that it tilts a little more? Because what's happening is I'll hit a hard stop and I have to push a little harder to get it to feed off. I guess because, these are Mark 308 mags, which is what's supposed to, that's the parent cartridge for the 6mm Creedmoor, but it's not feeding smoothly. I can tell you that.
So it's basically hanging up. So basically, as it tries to go with the feed ramp, it just kind of stops.
Yep.
And
Yes.
right
That's because it's kind of like jamming.
Yeah. I haven't came across that yet. The only thing that I know of is folks have grounded down or polished that little lip, that little angle right there.
Okay.
That I've seen. So I haven't done it yet, though.
Yeah, because I think MPA or somebody like that actually makes a lip bender for those magazines, and they said you won't monkey it up like everybody else does when they try to do it with a pair of vice grips. That's
Channel lock, baby.
Called a blacksmith, not a gunsmith.
Well, guys, I gotta go. Everybody here is going to sleep, so I appreciate it, though.
Have a good one, Kenny.
Hey, man, thanks you. We'll keep in touch, Ray, and if you need more mags, let me know. I just got a shipment in, so.
Okay. All right. I will definitely let you know, and I appreciate everything, Kenny.
Did you order my mags, Kenny, before you go?
Your what?
Did you order my mags before you
go?
go?
Yeah, I have 2 of those for you. So, 308s.
Cool.
All right. Sounds good. Well, have a good evening, Kenny.
Thanks, brother. All right. I'll catch you guys around.
Have a good night. Let's see. Just bend the lips.
Rick says just bend the lips a little. Yeah, I don't want to, gall them up. So I got to figure out how to do that and just do it. Just open them up just a little bit.
I need to find out if those Tika mags, if there's something aftermarket mags I can put in those. I'll have to look that up. Here's a lip bender. Patriot. In case you didn't know, Patriot is actually DW. Remember DW on there?
Yes, I remember. I remember when he changed it. But Ramsey Country says, have you ever tried to pull the bolt back just a little bit to free up that binding? The bolt back. I don't know. It's usually just when I'm feeding it straight off the magazine. It just boom. It just hit a hard stop. Then I have to wiggle it like you're saying. But you don't want to do that when you're trying to get in a rhythm. And you're just boom, shot, and then you work the bolt. I'm gonna have to play around with it. Like I said, it's a brand new rifle. I just got done breaking it in yesterday, but it did well today. I shot just the Hornady 6mm, and then I went ahead and used some of the exact same loads that have been loading for the AI, and man, it shot lights out. Barrel's just a little slower than the AI though.
Is it?
Yeah, I tried to use the same dope just to see, and everything was about a 1/10 low. What you got there?
They're asking about the rifle. It's basically the MDT. Hold on, I'm trying
ACC chassis.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find. I don't know if there's a better picture of it.
Here's the lip bender.
Here's the Curtis Axiom.
I thought you were selling all that stuff.
Yeah, after that match. And then I ain't selling that shit. Yeah, your damn mind.
I'm just going on what you said.
Here's the muzzle brake. And I don't really have a good picture of the barrel. There's a Curtis action with, you can see the lug and the barrel, but Kenny's got some work to do on it still. We'll be seeing that later.
Nice. How long before you get it? A couple weeks?
I don't know. Kenny's got a baby coming, and we'll see what happens. So we shall see. We shall see for sure. But it should be nice.
So what did you
26-inch barrel.
Yeah.
6mm Creedmoor. What were you saying, Ray?
What did you and John come up with on for the Snipers Unknown? I mean, what was the topic of conversation?
How you're a dick and you didn't show up.
Hashtag still a dick.
Hashtag still a dick.
Yeah,
no,
my thing, I really don't know what I want to shoot. I don't know if we want to go 2 bolt guns or a gas gun. Have no idea.
Yeah, and KB's still up in the air on what he's going to shoot. He's thinking between his what did he say, 77 grain 223 or his 6.5 Creedmoor. I think he calls it the Creedzilla.
Joaquin, evening.
Have a good one, Joaquin. Or even that arc, depending on what barrel they send him. So he doesn't really know yet. He's up in the air. Wayne says he had to open up the lips, the very end of the lips on the 300 Win because it was doing the exact same thing what you described.
Well, that's good. I'm going to try that. I actually, rather than order the feed lip bender, I think I have a tool in my office that I can use that will do it. It'll clamp on the sides without marring it up, like I said, a vice grips would. Not that I would do that to a magazine, but I think I can do that. Just slightly angle it or polish it first.
Yeah. Ramsey Country's talking about the plastic mags. I tell you what, between when we shot those Ruger Americans and them having that basically just the plastic P mags,
yeah.
I did not like those at all. I really like the metal mags better. Of course, right now I don't like any mags because they're not working. But
yeah, he said Masterpiece Arms on YouTube might have some example magazine adjustment. I didn't have a chance to look it up today. I mean, today's just been crazy. I haven't been able to answer any comments on any videos or anything to speak about. But yeah, today's been a long day. This week's going to be rough.
What's up, what scope am I going to put on it? I'm going to put a Vortex, one of the Razor HDs, 4-27, and I'm going to. Well, I'm working on trying to find one with the Horse reticle. So.
The Trimmer 3, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Matt is finally going to pull the trigger, and I might try to go ahead and just get that Night Force for him tomorrow.
Nice. I need to get a hold of Sergio and see if he wants to. Last time I talked to him, he didn't want to sell that one.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
They're out of stock too of those scopes I need. So.
Yeah.
Hey, you know that house we went and looked at? The one by the church?
Yes.
That's like the best thing going right now nearby. I might look into that one again.
Just let me know.
Which do you think lasts longer, plastic or metal in an AR? Oh, for mags?
We'll see you, Ramsey Country. Yeah,
Ramsey?
I did read your comment as well, Ramsey, before you head out. I know a lot of guys seem to like those plastic mags, but, man, I've just never embraced plastic mags too much.
Oh, he's talking about an AR too. The lips, that's the only problem.
Yeah, I think he was talking about PRS in particular. Somebody was mentioning it.
Oh. Let's see, almost one here. Yep. You have a good night, Ramsey. Yeah, this is more of a. I know a lot of you guys are up late. I apologize, and I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, you're on that California time, and I don't sleep, so it don't matter.
Yeah, you got the whole I'm a ninja and don't need any sleep deal. Why did you go with the 223 Acme Improved?
Kenny and I spent a lot of time talking about it. I wanted something that was extremely soft shooting, as far as recoil and all that for Ella to be able to shoot. I am doing the 6 arc in that rifle as well. Kenny's already ordered the Bartland for it, so I'll have that. And the only thing I would do is buy a bolt, and so he's sourcing a bolt right now. But it's just something that's versatile. Because I think I am going to shoot a couple local, not local, but somewhat local PRS matches. All right. Yeah, I'm going to try it.
I'll figure out the dates. I'm in.
You got to be here to be in.
Well, you just got to tell me the days, and I'll be there.
Yeah, I got it, man. I got so much stuff going on with the Memorial 3-gun and
I know.
October's full. I really don't even want to shoot 3-gun right now.
October's done, man. October's full. Is that before Competition Dynamics or after Snipers Unknown?
Competition Dynamics, I believe, is the week before Snipers Unknown.
It is. I'm talking about Memorial 3-gun.
And then Memorial 3-gun is the week before Competition Dynamics. And then the week before that is the Pro-Am.
Jeez.
Did I tell you who my partner was for the Pro-Am?
You did. I forgot her name.
Yeah. What's up, Redneck Prepper? No, I'm not hooked. I like shooting, and if I find something that's a challenge, I like to go after it. And I want to do more of this PRS. It's only going to make me a better shooter, you know.
Rick, is Pop's Quest going with you and KB? On what? No, for the Snipers Unknown, he's actually, I think he has a competition USPSA match that day.
He does. A big one.
Yeah, it's a nationals or something. It's one of the bigger ones going on.
Yeah, I can say that part of my life is over with. I will never get back into USPSA.
Yeah. Alert. Oh, shit. Station alert. Let's see what happens here. Let me turn this off so you guys don't have to hear it.
Oh, he's on mute. Yeah, Tim, I guess you've got a point. It says you've gone 180 degrees on the PRS. I found it really challenging, and I'm hoping I wasn't spoiled by that match itself with it being so difficult, or everybody saying it was so difficult, and that's what I kind of enjoyed. So I'm hoping, like I said, maybe I won't do well with the other ones, but at least it's something to strive for. So we'll see. Yeah, Emergency. That reminded me of that show way back.
Guy's got it handled, no problem. 40-year-old male fallen or something.
Yeah, he's younger than us.
Oh, 40-year-old female. Conscious and breathing status unknown. Dun, dun, dun. No problem. I'm not needed on that one. That was a good show. Heck yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah, it was.
That's right.
That was about the same time you had Emergency, you had SWAT, you had Chips come out. I mean, all that stuff. Then you had your TJ Hooker with William Shatner.
Then he turned into Spock.
Tell you what, William Shatner was a very, very cool dude, man. I know I've mentioned this before, but for those that never caught on the chat, I actually picked up William Shatner and his wife from their private jet and had to drive them somewhere. And he was really, really cool. No doubt about it. He took the time to remember my name, and throughout the whole day, I mean, he was like, "Hey, Ray." And so, you would just think somebody like that, wouldn't take the time to, hey, guy driving. So, yeah, my impression of him changed, especially growing up watching Star Trek and all that. Yes, I did Conservative Sniper Hunter. I watched about half of those Paul Hogan ones. Like I said, that was big here, too.
Paul Hogan was on SWAT?
No. He sent me a link to a bunch of the Paul Hogan
Oh,
videos.
yeah. He sent me those. Okay. Is your house dispatched by a real person or a computer? A real person.
What's up, Chico Wise?
Chico Wise. What's going on, Chico? Checking in before you call it a night. Chico's got a good looking garden. He's had all sorts of stuff coming out of that garden. Bell peppers and all sorts of good stuff. So let's try some 50 cal shooting, a whole different world. Yeah, we did that already.
I sold all my 50s. It's too hard to find places to shoot.
That's so funny.
People don't want you banging on their steel.
Did you see all the boys from VOD went and did the mile?
Yeah, I did actually. I talked to Jeremy yesterday, so I knew they were doing it because when Ella was there shooting, that was the other gun that was firing in the background because they were working up some hand loads. And so I took it as, the whole range was going to be clear today and there was going to be no one there. So perfect time to go train. And yeah, they had a good time with it. They said there was like 18 people there.
Really?
Yeah, they said it was a mess. That was a lot of people to be on that platform.
Yeah, when 4 people are on it, it's like
yeah. So anyway, I do know that Frank's daughter actually set the record, got a first round hit at a mile. And I was like, Jeremy, did she use your rifle? And he was like, yeah. I was like, right after you hit it? He was like, yeah. I was like, so you had all the dope and everything figured out and the wind and conditions were just right. And he's like, well, yeah. Yep. I was like, okay, now that makes more sense.
Yeah, I was going, when I saw that, I'm like, there's no way in hell. I thought Frank had done it.
No, she did it. She actually shot 3 rounds, hit the mile target twice out of 3 rounds.
Damn. And that was out of Jeremy's rifle?
Out of Jeremy's 18-inch 308.
308. Yeah, Ronald was
sure enough
in Long Beach. I was just down the street from you, about an hour and a half in Temecula.
Well, Rick, I'm glad you had this chat, but my phone is about to die.
I know, we're in an hour anyways. I was just bored, wanted to say hi to all these great people out here.
Yeah, well, I appreciate everybody coming in and watching, and especially for us just BSing, but that was a good day. It was a good weekend.
And before we all leave, let's go ahead and come up with our favorite name for Ray's hair. So if you have a good name, some name we can call it.
There is no favorite name. It's just the gray hair, and I don't need earmuffs.
Let's go ahead and put what you guys think the name of Ray's head should be. We'll call that Mop, whatever you guys think is a good name. So
Daggy.
Definitely leave that down in the comment section below.
You're killing me.
With that said, you guys have a
great goat, Dust Bunny.
See, this is the Dust Bunny. I like it. All right,
we're
going
to stick stuff on the wall and see what sticks, right? Diet donuts.
Diet donuts. That's actually pretty cool. It's the Justin Bieber look. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for showing up, having fun with us.
Rick, thanks for having me.
See you guys.
All right.